Now, therefore, I, the Mayor of Washington, D.C., do hereby proclaim Sunday, April 16th, 2023, in Washington, D.C. as Mimouna, a Festival of Good Neighbors Day, and do commend this observance to all Washingtonians. Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Before we begin the evening, I just wanted to welcome everyone to our space. We're so excited to have you all here. And just a few things to note, the whole museum is open, but right now we want to focus on the welcome remarks from Ifrah, who's partnered with NAMAFA to put this event together.
All right, thank you everyone. Thank you for coming. Distinguished guests, friends, my name is Ifrah and the founding director of Sephardic Heritage International, a cultural diplomacy nonprofit that focuses on celebrating Sephardic and other underrepresented Jewish cultural heritages worldwide. We welcome everyone to SHIN-DC's annual Mimouna Festival of Good Neighbors at the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art. We thank our partner, the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art, for hosting the festival and for all their hard work. Many thanks to you, Donnie. And thank you to our Mimouna committee. Today we have Ms. Rachel Amar from New York City. Rachel. And we also have Mr. Noam Siboni from Toronto with us. Those are the committee members who travel the furthest. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for helping to organize. Thanks to all of our wonderful volunteers. There was a lot of activity before you walked in. All the volunteers hard at work, and we really appreciate that. We also thank our community partners, the Washington Moroccan American Club, J Times J, Washington Film and Music Festival, and Theater J. Thank you, Kosher Sustenance and Something French. Woo! Thank you, Aura, Rachel, and all those who work to present today's Moroccan feast. We also convey our gratitude to the DC Commission on the Arts and Humanities for generously sponsoring the Mimouna Festival. This is DC's official Mimouna. Traditionally held just after the Jewish holiday of Passover, Mimouna originated with North African Jews. It's based on Moroccan and North African interfaith narratives of unity, commemoration, goodwill, and friendship, and marks the advent of spring. Who is enjoying spring today? All right. Highlighting the beauty of neighbors living and celebrating together is the very essence of Mimouna. And so all of you here right now, you're a crucial part of what Mimouna is about. Shared music and culinary arts are powerful symbols of the theme. And this theme is captured beautifully in a Mimouna piyut, or poem, of Rabbi David Buzaglo, who lived from 1903 to 1975 and was one of the greatest of the Moroccan Jewish poets, or paitanim. So I'm going to read the words from a song of his. It's in Hebrew, but I'll read it to you in English. You people of the West, this is the way of the native Arab now in Morocco, to give the Jews a plentiful gift, as much as one has to offer. Flour, honey, and grain, milk from a healthy cow, fresh mint, and butter with wild flowers and herbs. There, Hebrews and Arabs recline together. Their hearts rejoice with music and song. The Hebrew woman wears the Arab garb, and the man an adrea, incense and perfume, and you cannot tell the difference between a Hebrew and his Arab brother. A city dweller from a countryman, all have one spirit. So we're here today in one spirit. That's the spirit of Mimouna. So we thank the embassies of Israel and Morocco for their participation in today's festival. SHIN-DC's Mimouna Festival of Good Neighbors at the Smithsonian achieved a major milestone in 2021 when it became the first Mimouna in the world that included government representatives from both Israel and Morocco. Today, from the Embassy of Morocco, we have Ms. Fatima Aboulfaraj, cultural attaché from the Embassy of Morocco, and Mr. Ayub Hushem, political advisor. From the Embassy of Israel, we have the cultural attaché, Ms. Michal Ofek. I saw you, Michal. Can you please share some welcoming remarks with us?
Michal Ofek, the Director of Cultural Affairs at the Embassy of Israel to the United States. Thank you to Efraim Katzir from SHIN-DC and to the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art for welcoming us again this year. I am so happy to be here, surrounded by familiar faces and having the opportunity to meet new people. This and Mufleta is what I love the most about Mimouna. Mimouna is a holiday that brings people from all backgrounds together. In Israel, my home country, Moroccan families open their doors to their homes and invite the entire neighborhood to celebrate. Neighbors and new friends come for an evening of music, dancing, and a lot of eating. Maybe Mimouna is what made me fall in love with my wife's family, a very proud Israeli-Moroccan family. The Moroccan community is very important to Israel. Israel-Moroccan families proudly share their traditions and culture with those around them. The diversity of Israel brings opportunities to learn, interact, and celebrate together. And speaking of celebrations, Israel and Morocco are now marking their third year of full diplomatic relations. This comes after a long relationship between the people of both countries. Again, thank you for having me, and happy Mimouna to all of you.
We will now also receive some welcoming remarks from Ms. Fatima Aboulfaraj from the Embassy of Morocco.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to welcome you here tonight at the African Museum of Art and to celebrate Mimouna's tradition here together, all together. I'm also proud to witness the coming together of diverse communities to appreciate this remarkable cultural heritage of Mimouna, which coincides this year with the ending of the holy month of Ramadan, presenting us with a unique opportunity to celebrate these two religious observances side by side. Our gathering here today highlights the deep-rooted connections between Moroccan and Jewish heritage and honors the vibrant legacy of Mimouna through a musical performance by Moroccan Jewish artists who will enchant us with their talents tonight. Thank you so much for for having us. To conclude, I would like to express my gratitude to Sephardic Heritage International, to the Smithsonian's Museum of African Art, and to DC Commission on the Arts and Humanities, and all those who have contributed to the success of this esteemed event. Thank you to all of us to share with us this special moment.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fatima Aboulfaraj. As I said, this is DC's official Mimouna. So we'll now make that official. Ms. Julie Norris from the DC Mayor's Office will read Mayor Bowser's proclamation of Mimouna.
Hi again, I'm Julie Norris, the Associate Director of the Mayor's Office of Religious Affairs. I'm here on behalf of Mayor Muriel Bowser. I'm here to read a proclamation on the Mayor's behalf. Mimouna, a Festival of Good Neighbors Day, April 16, 2023, whereas Sephardic Heritage International in DC will celebrate its 9th annual Mimouna Festival of Good Neighbors at the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art. This celebration marks the conclusion of Passover on April 13th, and whereas originating with traditional Jews of North Africa, the festival is inspired by the Moroccan Jewish and interfaith narratives of unity, commemoration, goodwill, and friendship of neighbors. It will take place at the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art and is sponsored by the DC Commission on Arts and Humanities. And whereas the festival achieved a major milestone in 2021 when it became the first Mimouna in the world that included government representatives from both Israel and Morocco. And whereas demonstrating how the arts can bring countries, diverse peoples, and neighbors together, the festival also highlights the strong cultural bonds between Morocco, Israel, and the United States. And whereas the festival continues to fulfill its mission of cultural diplomacy, including partnering with the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art to develop and build essential intercultural bridges of awareness throughout the city and worldwide, as well as celebrating the diversity and vibrancy of our city. Now, therefore, I, the Mayor of Washington, D.C., do hereby proclaim Sunday, April 16th, 2023, in Washington, D.C. as Mimouna, a Festival of Good Neighbors Day, and do commend this observance to all Washingtonians. Mayor Michal Ofek.
Happy Mimouna to everyone. Is Ms. Fatima Aboulfaraj here? If so, let me know when you're here. We will now, as I said, this is DC's official Mimouna. So we'll now make that official. I'm Ms. Julie Norris from the DC Mayor's Office, who will read the Mayor Bowser's proclamation of Mimouna.
Oh, yeah.
Hi again, I'm Julie Norris, the Associate Director of the Mayor's Office of Religious Affairs. I'm here on behalf of Mayor Michal Bowser. Unfortunately, our director was not able to make it, so I'm here to read a proclamation on the mayor's behalf. Mimouna, a Festival of Good Neighbors Day, April 16, 2023, whereas Sephardic Heritage International in DC will celebrate its 9th annual Mimouna Festival of Good Neighbors at the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art. This celebration marks the conclusion of Passover on April 13th, and whereas originating with traditional Jews of North Africa, the festival is inspired by the Moroccan Jewish and interfaith narratives of unity, commemoration, goodwill, and friendship of neighbors. It will take place at the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art and is sponsored by the DC Commission on Arts and Humanities. And whereas the festival achieved a major milestone in 2021 when it became the first Mimouna in the world that included government representatives from both Israel and Morocco. And whereas demonstrating how the arts can bring countries, diverse peoples, and neighbors together, the festival also highlights the strong cultural bonds between Morocco, Israel, and the United States. And whereas the festival continues to fulfill its mission of cultural diplomacy, including partnering with the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art to develop and build essential intercultural bridges of awareness throughout the city and worldwide, as well as celebrating the diversity and vibrancy of our city. Now, therefore, I, the Mayor of Washington, D.C., do hereby proclaim Sunday, April 16th, 2023, in Washington, D.C.,